Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do an updated everyday carry kit, and to go from there, this is mine of 2024. I have one from before and it's outdated, and yeah. Okay, so this represents always, this represents often, and this represents occasionally. All right, so for my keychain, I actually use a Night Eyes keychain, and I put my keys on there, obviously for various reasons. I'm not putting my keys on here. I use this flashlight. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description. I really like this light a lot. However, there are two problems with this flashlight. The battery life isn't as good, and sometimes it's just kind of like in your pocket, it kind of goes off. But I just find that I really like this flashlight a lot. Third of all, everybody knows it. I love the Victorinox Rambler. Really, it's got scissors, little knife. It's got basically a bottle opener. You can make an attachment to it to get, you can basically do Leatherman bits and basically have a screwdriver as well. And also it's got, I don't really use this part of the knife actually, but it's got a little flat tip at the end as well. And it's got, toothpick and tweezers. I also use a chum's wallet. And inside of it, I have one of these Dentacs. After I use one of these, I make a note to myself to get a new one in. And so that gets replaced. And what I've been doing recently is just putting a little Fisher pen in there. I'm like, well, might as well, right? So there's that. And this is all I really carry. This is like all the time of what I actually carry. Now, what I often use, but this is not what I carry with me, is what's here. So I often use Knipex pliers, taking bits out, and also like dealing with microphone parts. They always get stuck. On stage, microphone parts always get stuck. So I'm always using this all the time. And I use these for measurements for random videos. I like this, the TI Tech Accessories titanium tape. And I swear by Alpha scissors. I think they're just really awesome. And I find that I use that slice. I use these all the time for opening up all my packages all the time. So these are very often used, but not on my pocket. This is what's actually in my pocket. All right, so this is the kit that I use occasionally. I don't use this all the time. I don't use it often. I use it occasionally, but this is basically in my car. And what I do is I just go and grab it. I like it because it's just, I feel like this has everything I needed to do. So it actually has, opens up like this. So the first thing is that it has the Wera Tool Check Plus. I love this thing. I actually use this a lot more than I thought I would, and it's extremely useful. Now, I actually this is slightly modified. So this part of the Wera Tool Check Plus has been removed out so that I can put this into here nicely. I found that in general, like I actually contemplated removing the bits out and only taking the ones out and putting this separately and putting on something else, and then I realized, what's the point? It's already in a perfect package already. So I just find that this little package just has everything I need, and this actually covers a lot of ground. The second is, again, I have another Knipex. I've got one right here, but I've got one here too, because they're just like, I just love these things. They're so useful. And basically I have it with that as well. And then I also, I honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really use knives. I'm a collector of knives, but I found that of all the knives, this knife actually is really awesome. What I like about this knife is that this is basically, this never stains pretty much, and it looks sick in terms of design, I think. And it's purely functional and very lightweight. Yeah, I like this knife. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not a knife user. The knife I actually use the most is this right here. And then in tandem with that, this is my bit driver. So this is the Wera rapidator, and this is the Topeak. What I like about it is you can extend it out as needed, but also at the same time, you can go ahead and put it on here, and you can actually use it for torque, which you can switch it out as a ratchet. And I know in my other video, I featured some of the InDesign, sort of the little bit bar thing, and I have that still. This is actually more useful because it's more torque, more lightweight, and I have access to just these together are like really good. Okay, so that covers that. And I don't want to carry a bunch of WD-40 with me, so I found that this is actually pretty good to carry around. Very lightweight, doesn't take up much space. I also carry, I don't carry this with me, but this is a tiny prybar that I actually found was, actually been tinkering with this and found that it's pretty good. I don't like to carry the big prybars. I think this is just fine for what I need, and this has actually been surprisingly pretty good. Still in experimental phases with that, but I've been very impressed with it so far. This is just a lighter. I don't really use that much, but I just like to have it for safety. This is duct tape. Also, I have, these are micro bits. So basically what I find is so this thing here works with these sockets, and this thing here works with these here, and this thing here works with for micro drivers. So if I ever need to like work with small electronics, I'm using the same thing for that. And then I've got zip ties here. And then I bring this. Now, this is not my favorite flashlight, but what I like about it is that this takes regular batteries. So, you never know. If I use this, you have to charge it, right? This is like, you can go to a gas station and get a battery and you're charged up. And then I have this right here. This is a measuring tape. I have those bigger measuring tapes, but what I realize is like for almost everything I need, this is going to be just fine. And this goes about to 6 feet tall, takes up no space. And then in here, I also have these tiny little scissors, man. I fucking love these scissors. I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell are those? These are really good. These are really, really good. And so I've just been really thrilled at how awesome these scissors are. And if I'm going to take something on the go, like this is really good. Like don't clown on these scissors. These can cut zip ties. These can cut paracord. This can cut cardboard. And this is really awesome. I love these scissors. These make me happy. And then obviously a little bit of super glue here. And yeah, that's everything I've got over here. So